Hey guys, Coach Ryan and Coach Danielle here. And today we're going to continue our coaching series on self-discipline. And today's topic that we want to discuss with all of you, and feel free to chime in live or, of course, watching this on the replay at any point with comments. We love them. We love the comments. We're going to talk about today's topic, which is just moving or taking action. And actually they both kind of go hand in hand. We're not talking just about figuratively, but we're also talking about physically as well, right?
Yep. Both can help with motivation.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Self-discipline. Yeah. So taking action. So like Ryan said, either moving your body or just moving to the next step of what you need to do to move closer to your goals. And then being consistent with it, because that's going to
which we see all the time is just, for many of you lack the understanding or the definition of what a clear, consistent schedule is. It's not a week, it's not 2 weeks, it's not 3 weeks. And for many of you, that may be a big leap, it may be a big change, which is great, but you have to keep on going past that time frame. This has to take weeks in order for it to be a habit that you've created. So it's something that you just need to keep in mind when we're talking about consistency. It's not a week. It's not a short-term period of time. This is talking about weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of practicing a habit, and then therefore it has become something that you've created.
Yeah. And I think that it's important to note too, that really the hardest part is that first part, that just move, just start. Because once you start, it kind of like snowballs and then you can keep going.
Yeah. And what she's talking about is meaning for the rest of your day.
Yep.
And then once the action has been taken, it then compounds to the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. It's one of the reasons why we, when we, for our boot camp and coaching program, all our time slots are done in the morning. All our workout programs are done in the morning, because if you can get up first thing in the morning and take action. So in this case, it's doing physical activity, which is going to help lead to other actions throughout the day. But anyways, taking action first thing in the morning, you don't have any time building up in which you can have distractions or excuses coming your way to say, hey, this is why I can't do this, or this has come up now and now I can't do this today.
Yeah. So just starting. So for example, you're sitting around on the couch, you're just not feeling motivated. Sometimes just that movement portion can get you motivated. It could be 10 jumping jacks. Just stand up and move your body, get your heart rate up a little bit, jack up that dopamine. And then all of a sudden you're going to start feeling a little more motivated. You're already up off the couch, your blood's flowing. All right, now what is it that I wanted to get started with? Maybe you decide after those 10 jumping jacks, I could go for a little bit more of a workout right here, and then move forward with
Generally, that's the case, right?
Yeah.
And you've probably all done it before. Something that we preach in both of our coaching programs, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing approach. And if someone is, for a lot of people, they think, okay, a workout has to be a certain amount of time in order to classify it as a workout. It really doesn't. Because consistency is what's most important. And if it's the option of doing something as opposed to nothing, you're going to want to do something. And sometimes what we'll find is that, the time frame doesn't have to be a lot. So just get it started, check it off, and then move in that direction that's going to be beneficial for you.
Yeah. And I have to say too, if you're sitting around on the couch, you're like, oh, I really should work out. You can't wait for that motivation to all of a sudden just spark in your body.
Well, and that's what many people think.
It's not just going to come to you.
That is a myth that we hear a lot. And I think a lot of you use as a reason for not doing something. I'm just not motivated. I'm just not motivated. And I'm just waiting for motivation to come knock on my door and stuff is going to happen. Guys, it's not, right?
Yeah.
What's one of my favorite lines?
Oh, you have so many favorite lines. I can't even begin to think where
I got a news flash for you, Walter Cronkite.
You said
I just said wrong. Walter Cronkite. Can't you say it? Cronkite. Am I saying it wrong still?
Yes.
Well, I guess I don't say that one enough. I got a news flash for you, Barbara Wawa.
So what's the news flash?
It isn't.
It's not going to come to you.
Yes,
right.
Motivation is not coming to you. So you can use my terrible line as a means to remember that it's not just going to happen. It's never just going to happen. You have to create that opportunity, and you have to do it by taking that action. And one of the ways to do it is do physical activity. I know for both of us in our routines, first thing in the morning, some things that we do, whether it be our full workout for that morning, for the day, or it's kind of a supplement, it's just get our bodies moving. So whether it's a quick push-up workout, whether it's a quick, I know you were doing a core workout this morning when I was leaving. So just to get that blood flowing, just to get the mind going, get that creativity going. Danielle mentioned the dopamine. We'll set up and compound for the next, aspect of your day or the next level of your day to keep on.
Yeah.
Going.
And while motivation might not just come to you when you're not feeling motivated, once you are feeling motivated, it builds and builds and builds. And then the rest of your day, like we said, just goes better from there. Now, ways to make taking action a little bit easier. First, you need to know where your action is supposed to lead you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to know where we're going. Like, what is your goal? Do you want to
End result?
Yeah. What is your end result? Because that's going to, make what action you take more specific. You're going to need to know what action to take. We don't just get in our car and drive around.
Right.
We have a plan that we're going somewhere specific and we know how to get there. That is what we need to do in these situations too. When we have a goal, we need to know what actions to take in order to get us to our end goal. Anything else to say on that?
It's like having a navigation system and putting in the information, and it's going to tell you how to get there piece by piece. If you don't tell your brain how to get there, it's not going to tell you how to get there piece by piece. And the piece by piece that you will build is based on what you're willing to do and how it aligns with that goal or those said goals.
Yep. And then having a schedule. So looking in the morning and saying, okay, this is what I need to do to get to where I want to be. And then literally writing down your plan so that you know the steps you need to take during that day. Also setting up routines so that those things happen more automatically. Having a morning routine so that your morning starts off with a bang and you can get on rolling with your schedule. Having an evening routine so you can get to bed at a proper time and, get a restful night's sleep so that your next day is that much better. So
yeah, and I think when it comes to creating these routines and habits, you have to go into it knowing that there's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be tweaks and adjustments, and it's not going to happen overnight. A majority of the population out there wants it to happen yesterday, and it's not going to be that way. So you have to be willing to roll with the punches, go over waves and go under them to get you exactly the right mix that works for you. Right. And that's the key to this. There's no cookie cutter option here. It's what's best for me and how do I want it to go based on what I'm willing to do. And of course, the long-term goal.
Yeah. And I'd like to end it with also saying, because I think we talked a lot about the physical activity part, but literally just taking action in other ways. Like your goal is to drink 80 ounces of water a day. Literally just picking up your water bottle and taking a sip. Literally just taking that sip and then maybe setting a timer so that you take another sip in a half hour or maybe 5 more sips or whatever it is. Like that small of an action, those small of actions can build and build and build. And
you want to get more sleep, go to bed 5 minutes earlier. Like literally, you don't have to go and make it an hour earlier. Will it benefit you more? Yes, but start small if you have to, right? And then as time goes on, you got that extra 5 minutes. Now you bump it up to 10, then you bump it up to 30. And as you go along there, before you know it, you're getting an extra hour of sleep because you planned and you built up to that point. And you can apply that to every aspect that you're willing to do. So if you're saying to yourself, well, I can't get up 5 minutes earlier. I can't get up earlier to achieve what I want. Well, then start at 5 minutes. You can do 5 minutes. All right. If you have any questions, comments, or love to share some cheesy line like I had, then you can
totally incorrectly.
Walter Cronkite. I can't.
You're still not saying it right.
My brain is really having
Walter Cronkite.
Yes, Walter Cronkite. That's
there
what I said.
Go.
That's what I said. That's what I meant to say. So with that being said, if you have anything you want to mention or comment below, please do so. Especially if you're doing this live or of course doing it on the replay, stay tuned. We have part 4 coming up of a 7-part series here on the self-discipline, and I will work on my jokes and one-liners
action
so that I'm more disciplined in them. All right.
Go take some action now. It'll get you to where you want to be.